And got it. And got it. Sure. Hi, welcome to our crazy yet popular show, the Boba Fett Aftershow here on JLJ Media. We may mention Boba Fett somehow on the show, who knows? But we're here. And why is it doing that? Why is it? Okay, let's see. Oh, I just learned something new. Live on camera, on air. I'm James Lott Jr. Sure, why not? And I'm here, not alone. Oh, it's my new chat room. Hi, Heart Boy. Frank Moran and John Dunphy. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey. All right.
Hey. I just wrote hey in the chat room. Okay, well, hey. So, hey, everybody. Heart Boy's in the chat. I don't know who Heart Boy is, but hello. Welcome to the show.
Yeah,
hopefully you have a heart. No.
I have a heart
hi, Kirsten. The heart's on. You guys, we're here to talk about something, but we're going to play a game, you guys, out there. We're going to play a game. I got to set this up so I can actually see the wheel. I have a spinning wheel, you guys. A spinning wheel. I'm going to explain the rule in just a sec. I have to set this up so I can see the chat room. And then you play again. That's so funny, I know. Spinning wheel. Round and round. That's for you old folks out there. Okay. So we're going to play a little game, but welcome to the show. We do mention Boba Fett sometimes during our shows. It does happen. We did a 10 quotes last week, which was kind of weird from Boba Fett. But we're going to do a game that is Star Wars based, and here are the categories.
Ooh.
Movies, meaning Star Wars movies. TV series, music, characters, just like life, either or, and Boba Fett. Those are the categories.
Oh,
nice.
The categories.
Wow. Okay. All right.
All right, kids. So, I mean, a lot of times there's no right or wrong answer. It's just what you think. It's kind of what you think. So I'm going to spin. So I want you guys to see if you can hear the wheel first of all. Because I have two wheels I use. I'm using this one. You tell me if you hear it.
I did hear that. There was a quick spin. I heard it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, hear it. Okay, so make sure everybody at home, everybody hears it. It's an actual wheel. I'm going to post the wheel. I'm just going to take a picture right now. I'll post the wheel online. I'll probably make it the thumbnail. Okay. Let me learn how to take a picture first. How do you take pictures? That's weird. Okay, here we go. There we go. So the wheel, I'll put a picture of the wheel up so you guys can see it at home. So I'm going to spin the wheel and ask you something related to that section. It is all Star Wars related. So meaning, and at home, you play this at home too. If you're in the chat room, play it in the chat room. This is across the whole Star Wars universe. Obviously, Boba Fett is Boba Fett universe. The rest are all Star Wars universe. So, gentlemen, are you ready?
I was born ready.
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, here we go. TV series.
Ooh, all right.
The first question is, what is one thing the Mandalorian TV series could have done better? If you have that in your opinion, what is one thing at home? The same thing. What is one thing? It could be something big, small, doesn't matter. That you think the Mandalorian could have done better. We like the Mandalorian. We all like the series. But is there anything you think they could have done that would have been even better? Right out the gate. Right out the gate.
Yeah.
Coming in hot.
Hot. One thing that the Mandalorian series could have done better. You know, what's funny about this is that I'm thinking of the Mandalorian, but like I'm realizing that some of the things I'm thinking about happened on the Book of Boba Fett.
That's a point. That's actually, let's go with that for a minute. That's a good point. Should have some of these things that happened in Book of Boba Fett should have happened on Mandalorian, I think.
You see, and I think I talked about this with you guys another time. Like I can see how. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I think the one thing that springs to mind to me is like I wish that we were seeing Mando get his new ship on his own show.
Right. Okay, there you go.
That's one thing that I wish we were getting.
That's legit.
I don't know. Maybe I don't even agree with that. I don't know.
How you gonna give an answer and not agree with yourself? How's that happen? You're fighting with yourself. He's fighting with himself, folks.
Frank, help me out here.
I will. I mean, it does segue into the Book of Boba Fett as well, but I would say I think I would have liked more time with the Mandalorian on his own before Grogu came. I feel like I think everybody's excited to have that character back, but it's like I would have liked to have them still separated a little longer, so we could have had more growth for both characters, whether that's Mandalorian realizing how much he really misses him and he wants to come back for him, whether it's Grogu wrestling more, only because I feel like we were just teased with the Jedi side of Grogu's growth. So I think I would have enjoyed that coming together have been maybe the overall arc of season 3 when that comes out.
Yeah.
I know. You guys are both very good. Ivy Lewis, hello, sis. Everybody, we're playing a game. It's called Spin the Wheel Star Wars Edition. This crosses everything, folks, across Star Wars. So you can play at home also. We're going to do the next one. That was TV series. Now another spin.
Ooh. Where will it stop?
Either or.
Oh.
Okay, kids. Okay. I'm just chuckling myself. I know what the answer question is. You have to pick either or. And you can't fight with yourself, John. You got to pick a side and just stick with yourself. Can't fight against yourself. Okay. Which one was worse? Jake Lloyd as Anakin Skywalker or the appearance of Chewbacca's mom? It's Jake. That's why I was laughing. It's Jake. I don't make up these. Well, I did make up these questions, but they were based on things. So, which character is worse, Jake Lloyd as Anakin Skywalker, or the appearance of Chewbacca's mom in a special?
Well, I will go first to give John a little time to really mull it over in his head.
He's fighting himself.
I'm going to have to go with Chewbacca's mom. As I don't know, that was just such a creative misfire for the whole idea of Star Wars that it's fun to look at and make fun of in retrospect, but it just didn't do anything to other than just add laughter to what you're trying to build your burgeoning franchise. Jake Lloyd I'm not going to blame him for the choices that were made by George Lucas in terms of the story he wanted to tell. I don't know if anybody would have been able to do anything different than what Jake Lloyd had done.
Yeah. I'd have to agree. It's hard to fault a kid who's just following direction, following a script. But
apparently a lot of folks did fault a kid who was following direction and following the script.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
No, absolutely. But I'd have to side with Frank. I think the appearance of Chewbacca's mom is worse.
Well, he almost said that like reluctantly, like he was just like.
Yeah, I know. He's like, I have to go Frank, I guess.
Jeez.
If I must, I'll go with Frank. Lead into it, John. Lead into it.
Yeah, which is got to be a bummer for poor Jake Lloyd, because I'm sure any kid that age would love the idea of like, oh my god, I get to be in a Star Wars movie. This is so cool.
Yeah.
And then just to have to deal with all the kind of public backlash.
I heard he had a lot of problems because of it afterwards.
Oh yeah. And it's like he played such an important part too. Right. It's such a crucial part of the whole saga. So for him to get all that hate sucks. But
I know. I agree. I totally agree. Everybody's laughing in chat room. Here we go. No spin. I tell you that, I want to ask you a question. Have you both seen the new Thor trailer?
Yes.
I have a question.
Ooh, all right.
Sorry, folks, it's not Star Wars. I just want to say this really quick. Am I to feel like what the F after I watched that trailer? It was very like, is this like comedy? Is this I was very confused by the tone. Like, I've seen the two Thor films, and they were different in tone. This one seemed like it was Daredevil Part 3 or something. What was going on?
Yeah, I mean, this was their first teaser. It didn't land as well as Thor Ragnarok did, I thought, in terms of just getting you jazzed for this.
Right.
I mean, I feel like any kind of enthusiasm I'm having for this is because of just how much I enjoyed Thor Ragnarok. And like, hey, it's the same director, same writer director, you know, the majority of the same cast. Yes, yeah, give me more storytelling in that. But this trailer by itself, watching it, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I think Frank's being diplomatic. Okay.
Yeah. I absolutely loved Thor Ragnarok. It was so good. But it's interesting because I feel like from this teaser, like you got some interesting stuff, but like you don't really know like what's happening here. You know, like because I've actually read some things like, is Thor gonna be a Ravager now? You know, I feel like there was even a moment in the teaser where he was like, I don't, you know, I'm tired of the superhero type stuff. You know, like it's like, well, what is Thor gonna be now then? Like, you know, and it's just kind of like, well, what's going on here? Is this going to have as much action as we expect from like a Thor movie? Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely interested in it, but it wasn't what I was necessarily expecting.
Okay, we both being diplomatic. Got it.
I feel like you.
Yeah, what do you have to say?
I don't know. I feel like I've seen bigger reactions online to it, obviously, but I don't think and they kind of matched my feeling of like, I don't know what's going on here. I'll wait to do another trailer and see what's a little whatever. It feels a little weird to me.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. The next thing, let's go for the next thing. The next thing, it fell on Boba Fett, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Exactly. If you could eliminate a character that was on Boba Fett this season, who would you eliminate?
Oh man, that's hard. I could eliminate a character.
Yeah, get rid of one. You guys at home, same thing. You get rid of a character, who'd you get rid of?
For me, I can take any of them. But probably a mod with the useless example of his Kappa guy.
I was waiting for you to say that. I was waiting.
But any of those mods, just the mods in general, you could have taken them out and I would have been fine.
That's fair.
I feel like they could have. I wish they would have developed them a little better. But then again, we have an episode where the main character just nods. So I guess it doesn't matter.
But it's also interesting because, you know, I feel like Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, and more Jon Favreau, I guess, for this, but like, I don't want to say like a creative misfire, but it just didn't land. At least the mods to me didn't land.
Right.
Like, I mean, I think like the mayor's right-hand man, I thought he was great.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's an example of a character like, he doesn't have a lot of screen time, but I dug him. So yeah. And to have the mods for me to like be so against them, I was really rooting against them the whole entire time I saw them. It's so weird, man. It's like, why? I don't know why I have this reaction to them, but I just did not enjoy them.
Yeah.
We did a show with you.
Yeah. No, it is so true though, because it's like even like that moment where Boba sent the Major Domo out to like negotiate, and it was just Boba being like, "Oh, by the way, whatever terms you want, screw it. Like you're just gonna die." Like, and like him like going out there and like doing this negotiate, like that was such a great moment for me too. But like there was nothing like that the mods did. It was kind of just like, all right, Boba's got this gang of mods that are gonna help him out. That's all right.
They almost should have did an episode maybe featuring them, so we could have got to know them. Because the guy who does all the bionics, I don't know if it's not bionics, but modifications, but I call bionics. He could be an interesting guy. Who knows? He had a few lines. He was there. But I feel like maybe if we got an episode where they were part of the story, they were the main kind of story, maybe that would have helped a little bit. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only
I agree. Right. I think that definitely would have helped, because I mean that's the great thing about Star Wars is all these like the nooks and crannies, these little characters that pop up that you can't help but want to know more about them, and fans build their own mythologies and their own storylines around these characters as well, kind of flesh them out. To have like these mods come along and be like, no, I don't care about these guys. I have no interest in reading any fan fiction about these characters. I don't need an action figure of these characters. I'm good.
It's interesting too, because like the Book of Boba Fett, this season was what, 7 episodes, right? Which I feel like is an odd number. Like it's obviously it's an odd number, 7, but like it's an odd number of episodes to have in a season, right? Like
school showing.
like normally I feel like we'll get 6 episodes, right? That's what we're gonna get with Obi-Wan. We'll get 8 episodes, maybe 10 episodes. It's weird to get it's weird to get 7 episodes, right? And maybe if you had like an 8th episode, you could have, built out that story arc more for the mods, and you could have included some other things. You could have added some more Boba Fett, since he was not basically in 2 of the episodes of his own show. But I don't know. I would have liked to seen more of them, more development around them, to sort of kind of boost them a little bit. But
tiny bikes.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows if COVID affected any of the production of that show, that season. Things that we could learn about in the, if we ever saw a making of Disney Plus, but who knows?
They're like, who cares? They don't know who cares. They're like me. Let's move on, Curly.
Oh,
characters.
Ooh.
I've been wanting to ask this question. And you guys at home also. Why do you think Rey is so polarizing in the Star Wars universe? She's very divisive. And I've heard all kinds of reasons why people don't like her, or people do like her.
I think that Rey, like, it's really been a disservice to the character of Rey how the sequel trilogy was made, because it started out that she was the daughter of nobodies, right? And I think that there was a point where she was actually supposed to be the daughter of nobodies, and then all of a sudden it was switched where she's the granddaughter of Palpatine. Like, her story has kind of changed, and like, people have accused her of being sort of like a Mary Sue also, right? Where it's like all of a sudden she's just able to wield the Force and battle Kylo Ren, saber to saber. I feel like Rey should have been this character that had this great development that we saw get trained and built up to this, the new hope, right? And just with the chaos and all of the turmoil that came with the making of the sequel trilogy, I feel like her character in particular really got kind of screwed over in a way.
I agree with you on that, Frank.
Yeah, because coming out of that the Force Awakens, centering around her and even Finn, the idea of like him wielding the lightsaber for a moment and fighting that stormtrooper and stuff. It was exciting. Like, oh, maybe are they both Jedis? Who knows? Who could be the real one? Maybe there's a dyad, as they're saying. That would be great.
Yeah.
And then I was fine with the idea of her not being attached to big characters in the story, Skywalker story. So whether it was like Obi-Wan Kenobi's like daughter or granddaughter or something like that, I was fine with it just being nobody's. And I felt like that, I mean, out of Rian Johnson's idea to kind of open up the broaden the horizons more, where it's like anybody could be a Jedi. It's not some kind of like chosen ones. So I'd like that. So the idea of her having nobody, her parents were nobodies, was cool. But then, as John was saying, for the third film, it just all got rearranged, and it just, oof. Yeah, it was just rough. I mean, and then the passing of Carrie Fisher did that film no service either. So it made it difficult. I think the film could have been a lot different if Carrie Fisher had been alive during the making of that.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah, I heard that. It was very inconvenient. It totally messed up. They tried with some aberration to piece some stuff together, but yeah, it didn't really work. Okay. Just like life. Just like life. Okay.
It's the Us magazine portion.
This is us.
They're
Star
just
Wars.
like us.
This is a totally silly question, of course. But if you found your father was this real evil man you were fighting all your life to destroy, do you think you could destroy him? Your whole life, you're trying to, you're trying to avenge your father's death, and it turns out he's your father. I'm your father.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody would like to think like, yeah, I could do it. I could take care of that. But I think it'd be tough to be in that situation for real. And then, yeah, because I'm sure, how could you not want to have all these questions you would want to have answered? So, like, I don't think I could blindly rush in and just take him out. I'm sure there are questions I would want an answer to, whether I like the answers or not. I would want to hear them and then, decide what I'm going to do after that.
Yeah.
So ask questions first. Okay. John, you feeling the same way?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're told they're asked questions first and then kick ass later. Okay, got it.
Yeah. But if also, I've tried to ask those questions and I'm not getting any answers, and all my daddy's doing is trying to kill me still.
Yeah.
I may drop that. Like, I need to know these answers right now. It's like, I'm never going to get these answers. I just need to get rid of this bad guy.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, John.
No, I was just going to say, just because there's so much to it too, where like, it's not like Luke, his father, he didn't know where he was, and then he found him, and it turns out it's this bad guy. It's like he had been lied to by multiple people. Like, oh, your father's dead. And then you find out, no, he's actually still alive, and he's one of the most evil men in the galaxy. Like, if you have a chance, like, I'd want to learn some more about him. And obviously Luke has the benefit of having the Force and like saying multiple times through the original trilogy, like, I can sense that there's still good in him,
Yes, he did. In this chat room, I couldn't do it. It's one of those things. I always wonder, Frank, you guys make a good point, actually. It's like, so you want answers. So if he's an evil guy, do you think you can believe him or not, or trust the answers are true? Because that's the secondary question, kind of like, if he tells you something, would you believe it? I wonder. I just wonder.
I mean, I feel like Darth Vader's interactions with Luke in Empire Strikes Back. I mean, and Return of the Jedi, even when they meet on Endor. I feel like little tough love in Empire Strikes Back. I mean, cut that hand off. It's like,
it did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, it was good enough for me. It's good enough for you. But
yeah, tell him.
I mean, Jedi,
my dad cut my hand off. That's sorry. I can't. That's it. That's the end of the line for me. My dad cuts my hand off.
That's when John walks out. He's like, yeah, losing a hand. I'm done. I'm out. That's
all right. A finger, you'd still be good. Like, all right, let's try to work this out.
One finger, we're still good. Two, maybe. All right, I'm not coming over for Christmas. I'm sorry.
He's like, yeah. Yes. So let's say in chat room, if he's evil, how could you trust him? But see, sometimes I feel like evil people, they do tell the truth, what they think is their truth.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I mean,
again, they think they're the heroes of their own story, right? That's the whole big thing.
It's true. I mean, even Darth, you don't know the power of the dark side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You tell the truth. That part's true. You don't know the power of the dark side. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like by that point, he's not a huge fan of Palpatine. By that point, Darth Vader isn't. I guess I'm trying to give more credit to Anakin Skywalker than he may deserve. I don't know. I mean, he certainly. I feel like you can see that it's like, all right, Palpatine's not all on the up and up. This isn't all great stuff I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe.
They're laughing with you, John, in the chat room. Okay, let's go to the next. Let's go to the next. Either or again. I love either or. Okay, here we go. Okay. I love it. Okay. Rose Tico or Commander Fox, the Clone Wars. Rose Tico, of course, in the last trilogy, or Commander Fox, the Clone Wars. And I was secondary question about Rose Tico, of course.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's a shame because I feel like Rose gets a really he gets treated poorly by fans.
Yeah.
And
she does. I don't get it. Why should people hate her so much?
No, I don't understand either. And the fact that she was just kind of so pushed to the side in the last film.
Yep.
It's just like, why? Why did we do that? I don't know. I mean, because the characters can come in, like Lando Calrissian is a perfect example of a character that came in the second film, and audience was like, "Yeah, I'm down with Lando."
Yeah.
I mean, maybe just because the actress wasn't so associated with a well-known malt liquor, maybe she didn't. Yeah, she had done that.
Colt 45, the smooth tasteful. I say it all the time.
So maybe if she had that, people would be changing. They're like, "Hey, yeah, she's awesome too."
If she had done a Zima commercial, she'd be all good.
Yes.
1991. There you go. She got so much hate. I mean, it's literally the actress left social media because they hate her so much. I don't understand it. I just don't.
I also feel like the problem was with her character was not given a great storyline or Finn's in The Last Jedi. That was the low point of that film for me, was what they had to do, and it's a shame because I feel like that character gets blamed. That actress is getting blamed for that. It's like she didn't write that.
No,
she could with the part that she was given.
Hello, thank you. They're all laughing at Frank now. So you're picking. So which one? So I got it's either or. Thanks for answering that though. But either or, which one? So in the chat room, they say they love Rose. Okay, which one are you choosing, Rose Tico or Commander Fox? That's the original question.
Rose.
Okay, Frank.
Yeah, I'm going Rose. I feel like the character deserves a better shake.
Deserves better. Absolutely.
Yeah. They're all choosing Rose in the chat room. Okay, very good. Okay, next question. So some categories we've not hit on yet. We're back to Boba Fett.
Ooh.
Okay.
How ironical. Okay. So my next question for that. What is one thing you would have liked to see more of in Boba Fett? We kind of talked about it a little bit. But is there anything we haven't mentioned yet that we were thinking we wish we could have saw more in Boba Fett? Besides him talking.
I would have liked to seen the Tusken tribe a little, but let me preface this. So we saw a lot of the Tusken tribe that he became a part of.
From the beginning,
yeah. I wish that, especially that fighter that trained him, I wish that there had been a couple of survivors from that attack, and they had come back and helped him kind of fight the Pikes later on in the series. That's something that I would have liked, especially that one warrior that trained him throughout the beginning. That would have been cool if we saw that guy come back, or man or woman, whoever it was, under all those robes. I would have loved to seen at least that person from the tribe come back and sort of help take down Cad Bane and the Pikes and all that in the end of the series. That would have been cool, I thought.
Right. Frank, any thoughts?
John nailed it right there for me. I feel like there was a lot of stuff wasted that I was so excited to know more about that Tusken culture. And I don't know why they made the choice to kill him off, because it's, as we talked about as we were breaking down the show, I mean, it didn't even go around to giving Boba Fett his moment of gaining, like vengeance for them, because he just farmed it all out to Fennec.
Yeah.
So,
the only little like inkling of it that we saw was that Cad Bane was killed by Boba using that weapon that he made, when he was with the tribe. But I would have liked to have seen maybe a couple of them survive and sort of become part of Boba's clan now, and I think that the fact that we didn't even get, but one or two of them was disappointing to me. I thought we were going to see a couple of them come back.
Because the whole group.
I mean, I would be all down for having some Tusken Raider that was just more of a like part of a gang or show, or just as a cast that we could see in other iterations. Like if we were watching season 3 of The Mandalorian and that Tusken showed up, yes, great.
Yeah.
I know. Okay. The next one. Movies.
Ooh.
Movies. Okay, one more question for that. Okay. Is there anything they could have done to improve the last trilogy? If you could name one thing that they could have done to improve the last trilogy, what would it be? My thing would have been same director for all three movies.
Yeah.
You have one director, and maybe close to the same set of writers, all kind of following each other.
Yeah,
that's my thought right there. How you doing directors and different? It just was like I feel like 3 was cleaning up for course correcting number 2, and 2 was weird, and it was yeah. So what do you got? Oh, they agree with me. Oh, I agree with John. Also, okay. So what do you guys think?
I would have liked if. Listen, I get it. Like, especially if you're going to change directors, people have different visions. But
right.
at least for that core group of like 3, right? Rey, Poe, and Finn. I wish that there was some kind of outline for the beginning of this trilogy saying, okay, these are these 3 characters. These are who they are. And no matter what you want to do with these movies, like JJ, Ryan, you're getting these movies to direct, but these characters, this is what their story arc is. And you have to stick to that and build around it. Like Rey has to be, she's either a nobody or she's the granddaughter of the freaking emperor. Like it has to be one thing, and that storyline has to continue throughout the 3 movies. It cannot change, it cannot deviate. And I feel like that core of 3, like you can build around and do whatever you want with the other characters, but at least that group, right? Because I feel like they mirror sort of the Han, Luke, and Leia of the originals. So this new group of Rey, Poe, and Finn, this is who they are. This is where they came from. And we're going to continue their character development throughout the 3 movies. If you guys have different visions for other things and other characters, that's fine. You can play with that. But this is who these 3 are because they're the core. I don't know.
Well, then where I was asked a question, where does Ben Solo / where does he come in on this? Should he have the same kind of outline too? Is he a major? Is he like the 4th of all of them? In some weird way.
It's interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. Frank Moran, any thoughts?
For me, I feel like this is the whole the Skywalker saga,
right?
And I felt like if you're making the choice to even have any of the original trilogy cast in, then I want to see more. Those are the ones I kind of got fans into this whole saga. Yeah. Even though technically they're coming midway through the whole overarching story. But those were our entry point characters. I think that was what most people were excited about the most when they found out that the sequel trilogy was happening. So like, yes, let's see these characters. And so as we've discussed before, not to have the 3 of them together.
I know.
Yeah. I think it was. If you're bringing to an end the Skywalker saga, I don't see the importance of trying to introduce the Rey, the Poe, and the Finn. I don't know if I need the new characters picking up the sword if we're closing this storyline down. So it's either I would have had more of the focus been on our original cast, and you could have the Reys, the Poes, the Finns, but have them be more of the secondary characters. Or you jump much further ahead like they did in the Dark Horse comics, where it was like 100 years later. And so all these characters are done, but we're closing out the Skywalker saga with some descendant of Luke or Leia or Han. And so we don't, because I think if you're going to have them in these films, then you're going to want to see a lot of them.
Yeah.
So if you would have removed all that, then I think you could have told the story that you wanted. without having fans crying out for like, I got to see more Han and Luke and Leia. Why aren't they together? What's going on?
Yeah,
it's very much like the soaps. We told us on the soap operas, we're always saying the veterans versus the newbies. A lot of times when they introduce a newbie, they say connect them to a veteran. They say usually that's the trick. Make the veteran care about them so that we care about them. So Frank is right. Like you go to the ones everybody's comfortable with, looking forward to, want to see. You kind of build out there. And they had a few things with Rey and Han, and a little bit in there. There's a few like things here and there, but there wasn't enough of that.
yeah.
Where they, like you said, more of the veterans, and then connect them with the youngins. Maybe that would have worked also. Maybe some level would have worked.
Yeah, it's true. And and obviously you can't plan for this, but it really would have been perfect to have Luke, Leia, and Han carry the first two movies, and then with Carrie Fisher's passing, sort of Rey, Poe, and Finn sort of take over in that third movie, right, of the trilogy. But it's true. And even with the connecting, new characters to veteran characters, it's Rey was the only one that really had a connection to everybody. I feel like, Poe had like the back and forth with Leia of being like this new leader in the Resistance and all that, but Finn was kind of left out to dry. He was just like that third member of the Corps that didn't really have a connection to anybody. Rey, had a connection to Leia, had a connection to Han, went and found Luke on this island where he was secluded, and then Poe had a little bit of a connection to Leia, but Finn was just kind of didn't really have a connection to anybody. And these are the three characters that are supposed to be picking up the mantle, carrying the torch from the original three. And we didn't really see that for all of them.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Finn. I mean, because the idea of like a stormtrooper, getting out of like that programming and realizing, hey, yes, I should be fighting to help these people, not trying to oppress them. Interesting story, and that just never got developed at all in any of the subsequent films.
And I'm shocked by that. I'm shocked. Yeah. John?
No, well, there was an obvious like connection there too that you could have made between Finn and Han, because we saw in Solo that Han fought for the Empire, right? Like there's a member of this huge rebellion here that has saved the galaxy once before, and now in the sequel trilogy we need them to do it again. Han was in the Empire, fought for them, left. Finn did the same thing. Why did they not have more of a relationship, more of a connection based on that? And as far as I remember, I don't think Finn and Han really had any sort of connection in that trilogy.
You're right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the challenge is, I mean, it seems like Harrison Ford is only really coming back for one film. It feels like so.
Yeah.
But who knows, if the story had been different and they were able to convince him, like, hey, this is the story you want to tell over 3 films. Are you interested in that? Who knows? Maybe he would have changed his mind.
Yeah.
Or been more open to it. I don't know. So I mean, I feel like some real world issues could have impacted that as well. But
that's true. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, again, another reason I feel like, well, then let's just jump 100 years in the future. We don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can do that. We're gonna do a couple of more, and then there we go. We'll do a couple more,
and then shirts off.
No, folks, don't worry. It's not gonna happen.
Unless you wanted to.
I mean, I don't do horror. I can do that. Where am I? TV series.
Okay.
Someone actually asked me this question, and I want to know if you guys would be open to this. Would you be open to a Fennec limited series? Not a series, not like season after season, but like a limited series, a mini series. They call them limited series now.
I would
be open to one. And what should it look like?
I would be open to it. And I think it would be exciting because I think Fennec is the type of person who's jumping around from planet to planet a lot. I think you'd see a lot of different types of scenery. You'd see all different sorts of targets that she's hired to take out. I think that could be very interesting. Yeah, I'd be open to that.
Frank?
Yeah. I mean, I like Ming-Na Wen. So, Ming-Na's great. So I'd be down for that. I don't know if I'd want it to have it just be a solo series. I feel like I'd want it to be a two-hander. I feel like that kind of character works better if it's bouncing off against somebody. Her more kind of steely, cool reserve against somebody else.
Would you be interested? So like, let's say it was a series, like almost like an accelerated mini series, right? Where we go in with Fennec, with Ming-Na Wen as Fennec, and it ends, this limited series ends with with Boba Fett finding her in the desert after she's been injured with her confrontation with Mando. Yeah, like a prequel. Yeah. That would be kind of cool to me.
Okay.
It literally ends with her getting hurt, and then you see Boba Fett walk up just as he's about to take her to the mod shop.
Get her bionics.
Yeah.
So that okay.
Yeah, because I guess it's tough. Like, because now, the next time I see her, I think I'd want to see her with Boba.
Yeah.
So it would be tough to to explain why the two of them aren't doing something together for this series.
Yeah,
I want to know who hired her on that mission she was on in the desert before she got.
That's right.
Hurt.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're right. That could be okay. Chat room's like, yes, they would. Okay, I like that. Okay.
Yeah. So a prequel is a good call, John.
And they're good, John.
Look at him go.
Wheels are turning. I can't get my laptop to work, but the wheels are turning.
Those young minds, Frank. Those young minds. Okay. Here is the last spin. Let's see where it goes.
Dare.
Did
I jump the gun? Oh, sorry.
You broke James. You broke him.
That's so funny. I like that, Frank. That's so funny. No, folks. It's music.
Oh,
nice.
But we're ending on music. I'm like, that's okay. Because we hadn't. It never hit. Well, it never hit characters. Never hit characters. I don't think. That's what we did yet. Okay. What do you think of Star Wars? All the movies, the series, the characters have their entrances. What Star Wars music do you just automatically think of?
Okay.
For me, it's the Imperial March. Of course,
yeah.
Well, that's for me. But when you think of Star Wars, what do you think of? The theme, the original. Go ahead.
So lately, at work, you guys know I started a new job recently, and my previous jobs, I was on my feet a lot, running around stadiums and arenas, working big live events. Now my job, I sit at a desk at a computer all day. I do very mundane, repetitive tasks, and constantly in my head, when I have to get things done, like on a deadline, I'll put in Duel of the Fates. It's just and I'm sitting there typing at my computer, like, I've got to get this done. I have 20 minutes to finish this report, and it's just in my head, and I'm like, yes, I can do this. So Duel of the Fates. There it is.
That's hilarious. Now I need you to record that into a skit, a TikTok. Right?
I will.
I think it would be the people in Jabba's palace, Return of the Jedi. The singer there.
That one? Oh no! What's song?
It's a lady with just the lips, the big elongated lips. Her song. No.
Yes.
For me, I'm going right there with John. Duel of the Fates. That is a great. Anytime you're working against a deadline, that is just a great thing to do.
That's hilarious, John. That is hilarious.
Yeah. I put it on like 3 weeks back as we were getting ready to hit a deadline for the stuff I was working on, and one of the people I was working with was like, I feel like it's like Duel of the Fates right now, so I just popped it up on my iPhone and just dropped it in as we were working.
It's so good. I'm losing my mind.
I love it. Oh my God. And that's where we're going to end it on some laughs, you guys. We'll see this crazy after show called the Book Boba Fett After Show, where we talk about anything Star Wars. We did mention the Boba Fett stuff, so each week we seem to find something to talk about that's Boba Fett related. So we're going to continue doing this until Obi-Wan Kenobi starts When does that start? May 27th.
27th. Yep.
Wait a second. It says May 27th. And we will that night talk about both episodes. We were all committed to doing it. So May 27th, we will be talking. Luckily, it's Memorial Day weekend. We all have jobs next day. I don't think I don't have to do next day, so I'll be fine.
In fact, my place of business just announced today that that's going to be a recharge day for our company. So I'm like, oh, hello. Yeah. This isn't fancy.
Yeah. I was told if I come to work that day, I'm fired. So.
Oh,
that's
wow.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Nice.
That's hilarious. I'm my own boss, and I'm a bitch, but I can handle myself. I'll have a boss. I can handle him. He's a little much sometimes, but I can handle him. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. John Dunphy, if your laptop's working, are you doing your other show these days? What's going on?
Yes. We are covering me, my two good friends, Gina and Kyle. We're covering Big Brother Canada. You can find us at BB Jury Duty on Instagram and Twitter. You can find me if you feel like following me for whatever reason at JDun89 on Instagram and Twitter, and on TikTok at I am Dunphy, like Modern Family Dunphy.
Yes, and last week you said they were his best friends. Now you're just good friends. Okay, so Frank, where can you follow you?
That's right. We're slowly pulling away.
Come to the dark side. Come on, over here. Drop that.
I'm on the show with a couple of people I kind of know. Acquaintances.
Each week will be something less and less. He's like, these people I went to school, I just hang out with once a week.
Yeah. I don't even really know them, but I do the show with them.
Yeah, once a week called Big Brother Canada. Like,
yeah.
Two randos.
Once a week, I'm coerced.
And then, I love it.
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Happy Go Jackie.
Yes, and this Sunday we are back. We're back for General Hospital. We have lots to talk about. There's all the Harmony mess, everything's happening. I had a joke with you guys. If you guys watch General Hospital, you'll understand this reference. If they couldn't have found a huger bag for Harmony to carry, that bag was like, it was gigantic. And she's like, I'm like, I mean, she's not pregnant in real life. Why have a huge bag in front of her? This thing was huge. It's huge. With her file always in a huge bag, then her file still sticking out. It's a huge bag. That file was huge too. It was like this big.
Because it was filled with lots of secrets, James.
Yeah, there you go, Frank.
But also some of the worst green screen I've ever seen.
Oh, I know, Frank.
Boy, wait till Sunday. We will tear
Wait till Sunday. And my backpack I'm wearing this week.
Nice. Wow.
I've been using it this week for my job, so I've been using it. It's over here.
Ooh, where did you score that piece of merch?
You know where it's from?
Big Lots.
Oh, nice.
It was like $10, bitches. That's right. Have Star Wars merchandise. I don't know why Big Lots is a Star Wars store.
That's the place.
I have no idea. And you can follow me where all James Lott Jr. are sold across the galaxy at James Lott Jr. And I'm on TikTok too at James Lott Jr. I'm also on a Patreon. You can find all kinds of extra goodness on my Patreon at James Lott Jr. Everything's James Lott Jr. Just everywhere. Just James Lott Jr. Just type it. Google me. That's what you gotta do. Just Google me. You'll
see our shirts off questions on the Patreon.
Yep. After dark. Dark.
You'll have to pay for them. Yeah, truly, you'll have to pay for them. It'll cost some money. Yes, trust me. And Studio City on Amazon Prime coming out either the end of this week or beginning of next week. James Lott Jr. is in episode 2. Woo! So I just got interviewed for that tonight, actually from a TV Source magazine. So that interview is coming out soon too. But look out for James Lott Jr. in the Emmy-winning Amazon Prime series Studio City.
Soon to be Emmy nominated, James Lott Jr. for his role.
We'll see, kids. We'll see. That's next year. That's later this year. Or something like that. We'll see.
Let the campaigning begin.
I want mudslinging. I want everything. I want to be a bad campaign. We'll see you guys next week. Talk about something. I don't know, something. And thanks everybody in chat room. We love you guys. Bye.